let's get right into it. We're going to be doing a quick deck profile on the red leader Pan. Her effect is pretty solid. One of my favorite leaders to be playing at the moment. One of the more aggressive leaders, I'd like to think. So once per turn, she does give a red card a 5k boost. If this card is 15,000 or more, you do get a draw effect from this. And when you awaken, you untap 2. And pretty much back, same thing, 5k boost, 15,000 or more, you get to draw a card. And then when she attacks you as well, get to draw. So a lot of draw power with this deck. We're going to get right into it. I'm running 3 Pint-Sized Warrior Son Goku. He's ideally a searcher for the 3-drop, the 6-drop, and or the 8-drop Goku. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. So we're running 3 of those. I'm running Rushing Warrior Pan. We're running 3 of those as well. The play with this, I mean, it's pretty solid. It's a quick turn 1, turn 2. So you play her, she does get the 5k boost, but that's not why we want to use her. You play her, and then when you combo with this card, you do get a draw effect. And she does give your leader a 5k boost, so Pan becomes a 20,000 right off the bat, swinging for turn 1, turn 2. So most people aren't going to be able to combo out of that, or choose not to combo out of that because it's so early. So it's a very aggressive card if played right. We're also going to be running 4 Quick Rush Trunks. Great card, turn 2, turn 3 card. This card does have critical, and you do get a 5k boost if you play this card first. So it's 20,000 20,000 with crit. So I mean, again, turn 2, turn 3. Most people don't have something to counter that right off the bat. So it would more than likely go 3. So that's another great card to be running. And on top of that, I mean, when you could evolve into the 4-drop Trunks, which we'll get into. We're running 3 Double Shot Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. This is a great card to fill a board. You do pay 1, is a great card defensively. You pay 1 and you are able to bring out another 15k body, and you do get her draw effect. So if you use him defensively, you do get to use that 20,000 defensively, and you do get to draw a card. So that's pretty cool. We're going to be running 4 combination attack Pans. She's really awesome. If you have a GT Son Goku or GT Trunks out on the board, she does come out for free. I've had games where I have had 3 or 4, even 2 to 4 in my hand, and I'm able to quickly fill up board. And her effect, she does give one of them a 5k boost, and that's a huge effect when playing the GT engine, just because you want to power up your Super Saiyan 4, for example, because if they're at 60,000 or more, you do get your opponent automatically loses a life prior to the card's attack. So it's really awesome. You're going to be running 4 Determined Super Saiyan Son Gokus, and I like to run this 3-drop instead of the other one. I don't remember what the other one's called, but with this one, if you're 4 life or less, this card's value goes up to 5, which allows you to EX Evolve onto the 6-drop Goku. And this card does have critical, and this card does get the 5k boost if you were to bring this card out. Now the play usually is, for me, it's for turn 4, I won't awaken, like I'll defend everything or negate all the attacks, and then turn 4 I'll tap out for Super Saiyan Trunks. I'll awaken, so Super Saiyan Trunks gets the 5k boost. I get to draw a card, I awaken, and I bring him out. He as well gets a boost. I get to draw a card, and then since I have 2 on tap, because that's her awakening effect, I can tap 1 and EX Evolve onto the 6-drop, and then if I feel confident enough, I'll EX Evolve onto the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then just go for game like that. But that's the play with him, and even if I don't get to do the whole EX Evolve chain, I'm still able to bring out a body for critical and 20,000. So Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku, you play this card. Sorry, I'm actually not all that familiar with this effect, because this card, I really, for a while, teeter-totted if I wanted to run it, but I ended up running it just because I know it saved me a couple games. But when you play this card, each red card and red leader card gains 5k boost for the duration of the turn. At the end of the turn, this card returns to your hand. Okay, great. So I remember winning a game with this card because he as well gets his 5k boost, and I had Fearless Pan out on. So I brought him out, so everyone got powered up, and then I was able to bring out Fearless Pan, and everyone powered up by 10k with double strike, and he as well became a 25,000 with double strike. So it became a really spicy board. But I'm only running 2 of him just because I feel like he's not essential to the deck and he's not part of the GT chain. But he's a great card to have in those scenarios. We're running 4 Fearless Pan. I mean, this card's amazing. She does have blocker, she does have barrier, and when you bring her out, all your other cards, not including her, do get double strike and a 5k boost, and that is also going into your leader. So if you're able to fill a board, which with the GT deck you're more than likely having, like by turn 4 or 5, your board should be disgustingly filled. You know, you bring her out, and I mean that just changes the entire trajectory of a game. So that's really awesome. We're running 4 chain attack trunks. He does his, so he EX evolves, he doesn't EX evolve, he evolves for 2, which is really cool because if you really are pushing to be aggressive against like a different decks or whatever, with him you are able to turn 2, turn 3, bring him out, well turn 3 more than likely, bring him out if you have your trunks on the field, and then you do get to bring out a card for free. And I think the parameters for the card is 1 battle card from your hand with 15,000 or less and play it. So it is specific to the GT. You can bring out pretty much anything, 15,000 or less. So I think that's a really neat card, and that's why I run 4. After that, I am running Victorious Fist Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. And I'm running 4 of those just because it's part of the GT chain, and I mean it's a great card to run. You EX Evolve for 1. This card does have double strike, and then once per turn you can swing, and then his auto activates and you'll stand him back up, and he does get a 5k boost. So best play scenario, you have your 3-drop and you EX Evolve, and the 3-drop has a boost, so now he's 30,000 when you stand him back up, 35,000, and if let's say you have a combination attack or 2, boom, power that up, so now he's at almost 50,000 or whatever the case may be. So sorry, the math, I don't know if I'm off, but really, really, really awesome card to go for game. I'm also running the Hyper Evolution Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and as we discussed, I mean, if I'm at 55,000, I swing with him, I stand him back up. I do believe he gets a 5k boost if I stand him back up. Is it every time? Yeah, when this card attack, it gains a 5k boost. So if you're able to go for 2, let's say 2 attacks and you're already at 55k, I mean, and you just power up to 60, at this point your opponent loses life automatically. And I mean, if they don't have like a flying Nimbus or anything like that, then you could just keep going, because this deck allows for you to have a huge hand to be able to make this play happen. So I mean, it's relentlessly attacking, and your opponent already loses life. So if you're at 16k, they automatically lose life. So great card to run. One big thing that I saw about the GT deck, and that I teeter-tottered and went back and forth for a while, was throwing a black engine into it. And that's just because I feel like we have black cards now, so we need to take advantage of them. And that was my mentality using it, and I'm still kind of figuring it out as to what cards I want to run exactly. But for right now, I'm running Mass Saiyan, the Mysterious Warrior. This card, you overwhelm 5 and you tap 1. It does have double strike, and then choose any number of opponent battle cards with blockers, for which the total cost adds up to 5 or less, and send them to the warp. So I'm only running 2 of those, and that's just a placeholder for right now. I really just threw them in there because of the double strike. So let's say someone's able to combo out of all my Hyper Evolution attacks, or my what is it, my Victorious Fist Super Saiyan Goku. If they're able to combo out of all that, I mean, you overwhelm, bring out this card, pop blockers. For example, if you're playing against apes and you pop 1 or 2 of their blockers, I mean, and then go for a game like that. So that's why I run this card. I'm running 1 Scientist Fu, and the reason I'm running him is because even though the untapping 2 is a really amazing effect, I still do like drawing. So another play you could do is awaken, tap 2, tap 1, and overwhelm, and then draw 2. That's another play you can do with that deck, or with this deck. And I only have 1 of him right now, and I'm trying to pick more up and maybe substitute some stuff. I'm running 2 Time Patrol Trunks, and that's just, I mean, it's a great card. I've used it in this deck, and I've used it in other decks. And I mean, being able to predict what you're going to draw next, or let's say you were going to draw a card that you didn't necessarily need at the moment, and being able to kind of arrange your deck like that, I think that's a really amazing ability. So that's why I run him, and you only need to overrun, like, it's not at with the cost. So, and it is another body you can use to swing, so it's really neat. I'm running 3 negates, Unending Awakening. This does power up your leader card, I believe, by 5k. So primarily what you want to do is when they're swinging at your board, anything on your board, you want to negate it for the most part, because you do give your leader a 5k boost. So you negate the attack and you save one of your battle cards, and then you're also boosting up your leader at the same time, so they'll think twice before swinging at your leader if it's early in the game, like turn 2 or turn 3. So your leader's already boosted, and they need to bring out like a 20k just for the attack to go. Not even a 20k, like a 15k or 20k if they want to really be aggressive and play that and swing into your leader. But by that point, your leader's already powered up, and you can probably combo out of it. I'm only running 2 Grand Tour spaceships, and I used to run an entire playset of these, but I saw that this deck already allows for me to be super aggressive, so I don't need to really rely on them as much now. So that's why I'm only running 2. And I mean, but the effect is amazing on this card. So I do believe you search up to the top 7 cards of your deck, and you do get to look for either a Giru, Giru, GT Trunks, or GT Goku, and you do get to bring them out, but they do have to be 15k or less. And I think Pan as well, but I could be wrong about that. No, yeah, Pan as well. So, best case scenario, you have a fill board, you have 2 on tap 2, and you bring out like Fearless Pan. But it is a nice little card to have, because you do get to bring out some of the higher cost cards with like a 3 energy cost card for 2 if you're able to pull them. After that, we're gonna be running, and this is my last card, the super combo, Handy Giru. You do have a 10k boost, and you do get the draw effect. So I mean, that's pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. I mean, it's a pretty solid deck. I really enjoy playing the GT chain. I used to like play Cell primarily, but when Pan came out, I started messing with her. She was one of the leaders that I first gravitated towards because of her playstyle and how aggressive it is. And I mean, by turn 3 or 4, you should be pretty much wrapping up a game and finishing up your opponent. I mean, at that point, you should have a full board. I think yesterday I played, and I had a board of, I want to say like 7 or 8 bodies by turn 5. So it's a very aggressive deck. So yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching. Peace.